Oop. Let me adjust my gain a bit. Okay. Okay, this should be better. Now you guys can hear game sounds. Alright, I'm gonna go and get the word out. We got Vika and Jeff Olivia. I'm gonna go and show those stats. Our bans for today are Maul and Leia. Leia, I'm pretty sure, is the most banned card in this tournament. Alright. Alright. So let me just get my on-air monitor set up. Alright. How's it going? Alright, so it looks like they're about to get started, so I'm gonna go back to here. Oh shoot. I think this is right. This is a correct camera angle. I'm pretty sure. Alright. So Vika and Jeff Olivia bans Leia Maul. Vika said in his DM to me when he was saying his bans was that he just didn't want to deal with double BMC and all the Maul decks running BMC. So that was like the main reasoning behind his ban. And then Leia, just people don't like playing Mill. And it looks like Vika trotting out the Sun Kira for this first game. I'm gonna go and say they can go whenever they're ready. All right. So I'm not sure what exactly Jeff is looking for. Oh, is it Afra? Ooh, he's grabbing droids. That makes me think Afra. So yeah, Vika's Sun Kira deck. He's playing this in the December Top Cut as well. I'm looking forward to seeing how it works, because it seems like it's just really high value stuff. You have to do a lot with Sun. You do a lot with Kira. They're both really high value characters. And then Path to Mastery, obviously a really good plot, especially with Sun helping you get up to his ability faster. And Sun's indirect pay sides will also help proc Kira. So just seems like an all around solid value deck. Jeff, I believe he's got a couple different Afra decks. I'm not sure which one he's gonna try it out this first game. He is taking a while to do that. Let's see. So I believe he's got. Let's go and take a look at these decks again. He's got. It could be the Afra Pyre Deathwatch Mando. It could be Afra Gar. It could be Afra Kira IGRM. I think those are the only Afra decks. All right, now we're finally gonna get to see it. It looks like. But yeah, for those joining us, this is the winners bracket round 2. That round should be fully completed by the end of today. We got Vika and Jeff right now, and then after that we're gonna have Random Mando and Stevdav, which is going to complete it. It looks like it's the Pyre Afra deck with that Deathwatch Mando. Yeah, it's a bit of a staple of the Brazilian meta is weird Afro Pyre decks. I believe an Afro Pyre deck won, or maybe it wasn't Afro, but I think it was Afro. I think there was an Afro Pyre deck that won the Brazilian National Championship last year. Speaking of the Brazilian National Championship, I believe is just next weekend. Jeff undoubtedly preparing for that, at least to some extent, in this tournament. I'm looking forward to seeing what this deck does. It looks like we've seen Afra. We saw Afra, we saw Afra yesterday with Patrick PE playing it against Malak. Although Patrick's version was a bit weird. This version seems more standard and more well equipped to take advantage of the things that you really want to take advantage with. Whatever. The Afra is an after setup ability, right? Yes, after setup. So you draw your hand first and mulligan, and then you put your droids in. Now let's take a look at that suite of droids. 3 mouse droids, an 88, a Ned B, and a Chopper. Interesting. Chopper's a card we haven't really seen much of. His power action revolves around having another Spectre, so I don't know how useful his ability is going to be. But it says a 1-cost droid is decent value. Alright, let's go see the hand. Let's see, how's that look? That. Yeah, I think that's right for camera angle. That's a bit inaccurate. Alright, okay, so Vika playing out. Itaru. Alright, I think this is just going to have to be good enough. 1 second. Alright. Shoot, I missed the roll off while I was trying to get that camera angle set up. Alright. But it looks like Vika won and he's going to the Hangar Bay. That's going to be interesting. Hangar Bay. After you activate a character, you may give this control of this battlefield to an opponent to deal 1 indirect damage to that opponent. So it's just gonna be a lot of indirect. I don't know if that's a good choice by Vika, but we'll see. And it looks. Wait, did he miss the trigger? Wait, is it a red character? No, it's actually activate a character. All right. Oh, there we go. He's got it. Okay. So it does the indirect there. And Afra rolls into a 1 shield side. Not really what you want to see. Vika's hand is interesting. He's got a Force Valor, which you should be able to get. Kira rolls a pay side, which is what you want to see, but it's going to get guardianed by the Deathwatch Mando. So no Kira resource right away. You're going to have to go for the override if you want to play down that Valor. And now there's an interesting sort of mini game with the Hangar Bay. Because now Vika can activate and choose to use the ability to deal an indirect, but then he's going to take 1 right back. Or you can try and wait until Jeff activates Pyre, and then he gets to activate with impunity and deal the indirect. Or he could do, I believe it's an May, right? Oh, yep. Yeah, you may. All right, so there we go. There's a pay side and a money and an Atari special. And he looks like he's deciding not to use the ability, which I think is probably the right play against Afra. On Jeff's side, he's gonna get this Tuscan camp down turn 1, which is exactly what you want, and he's gonna get the greed to trigger the Deathwatch Mando. There's just each of these characters is dealing indirect. It's just a really efficient form of Afra. Afra's kind of been sort of out of the meta for a while. She was really dominant for a while back during high stakes. I remember winning my first league with her. She's sort of flown under the radar. But she got a lot of new tools in display power. Right, there we go. There's that pay side. And the indirect pay sides are going to start adding up for Vika really fast because of this Afra deck. All right, here comes the Tuscan camp. Ooh, double money. Nothing no permanence to play with it, but he can still, money's still good. He can play this Everybody Profit, so it's not taking up a slot in his hand. He can play Riot Shield for defense. So that's great. Vika has got the Valor. But yeah, I know, honestly, like, this matchup looks like it might be favoring Jeff, who's the underdog in terms of stats, but Vika obviously our #1 ranked player going into this tournament. But Jeff's, like, the matchup is very much in favor of Jeff. He's got a lot more health. They're both trying to deal a bunch of indirect to each other. Vika has to do indirect to himself, which is obviously, it's even worse when you have less health than your opponent. And this turn 1, like, it has been really, really good for Jeff. But Vika is a good player. He's found himself out of he's clawed himself out of deeper holes in this one. So deciding where to put that Riot Shield, I think the Deathwatch Manda makes sense because there's so much indirect. You're basically guaranteed to get it for 3. Secure power action does 1 to the Afra. Jeff decides just to take shields. He still has a Pyre activation and an Everybody Profits. Vika discarding his own Everybody Profits to reroll and gets the same thing he was on before. Right, Jeff activates Pyre, finds a 1 ranged. Vika, this discard, if it hits everybody, if he resolves it and it hits Everybody Profits, it's a big swing. Everybody Profits does feel bad turn 1, but, like, if you're in a burn deck, it's not horrible. Vika's also weighing the possibility of a claim here to prevent Jeff from claiming. Decides to take the $1. Jeff decides to do the 1. Jeff is playing this slow. He should definitely be threatening the early claim. Yeah, Vika claiming here makes sense. Yeah, and so then Jeff gets to play this Everybody Profits. I probably would have played the Everybody Profits before resolving the 1, and then if Vika didn't claim, I would have claimed. Because you're getting actually like 3 indirect out of a claim rather than just 1 ranged. Because you get the Pyre trigger, you get the Relentless Advance tick up, and you get the indirect next turn from Hangar Bay. All right. Jeff not trying into any more of his droids, but he gets Greed, Self-Destruct, useless about any droids. He gets the second Tuscan camp. And he gets the taking charge. So he's gonna get some triggers. Vika, he's got himself that force retaliation, which is gonna net him his third sun resource. But going into round 2, Jeff or Vika absolutely won that first round on damage. And they got similar levels of board state. But Vika ended up with more resources. So it's kind of hard to say who's ahead. Both players are in a pretty good position. There we go. There's that taking charge. So he gets the trigger from Pyre on the tick up. He gets to reroll a die in his ambush. He does have to spend one for it though. Looks like he's deciding not to reroll a die. Yep, it's a May. It is a May, so you don't have to. Or wait, he's reconsidering that. Guardian. Looks like he's going to crash land it instead of guardianing it. Interesting. And there's the force retaliation. That's going to get Sun his third resource. There's Tuscan Camp. He hits the resource on one of those raiders. Vika does have the Charm Offensive to potentially get rid of it if he wants to. But that plus the Greed is going to net Jeff his second Tuscan Camp, which is big. And Vika deciding not to use the Charm Offensive. Question is how. All right, all right? So, okay, Jeff resolves the 2 indirect. Let's look at remaining health. So Sun has 9, Kira has 7, so that's a total of 16 on Vika's side. On Jeff's side, he's got 9, 7, so that's 16, plus 8, 9 on Afra. So, and plus this Riot Shield. So Jeff is like pretty far ahead on health. But this Sun activation is going to change that. Wow, that is one heck of a rollout. Oh my god. Ooh, he eats the force retaliation. Yeah. Characters. Yeah, so he's going to get 1 damage out of the retaliation. And yeah, he got to take the Hanger Bay indirect. Puts it on Kira. But I mean, yeah, so even these big indirect sides, that's 8 indirect. It's really 6 net. He's taking 2 on himself. And as we discussed, he's already behind on health. But if he resolves one of them now, he gets to set up Smash. The question is Jeff going to play around Smash? And is Vika going to use it right away? 2, 3, 4. All right, yep. So here we go. Sets up the Smash. Jeff making the smart move, taking the resource. And the question is, does Vika smash now? Or does he pass? Smash or pass? That is the question. He does have other things he can do. He doesn't have to resolve it by any means. Um, Looks like he's going for a reroll. All right, being greedy. You love to see it. And he gets... yeah, I mean, that's definitely better than it was. All right, Jeff going to play Greed. I'm just going to do another interact and get him another resource. So now that brings Vika's health to 13 left. He's going to get that Tuscan camp down. Yeah, Jeff currently in the lead by 7 health. But there's a lot of Vika damage on board. Go get a shield. Does that card work? You deal half the number, round it up. Yeah. There we go. Second camp comes in. He gets the 3-for-1 and the money to play it. Vika still has that charm offensive. If he wants it. He also been holding this smash. And he's going to resolve it. Boom. He's going for... yeah, he's going to let... no, he's going to remove the 3. Okay. You take 4. Vika. Doing what needs to be done this turn. Pyre comes in with the money, and now Vika's glad he removed that 3 instead of the shield. This Deathwatch Mando could die, should die this turn. With the Cure 2 plus the Cure power action. Or the Force Valor, either one. And, I mean, Jeff has a shield. But again, the Force Valor is just gonna negate that. As we see, Valor deal 1 plus flip to the 4. Or possibly deal 1 and heal 1, depending on how worried he is. Yep, so he does 1. And he is going to flip to the 4. Here comes Afro. It's a 1 gun. And there is the Mando First Blood. And if Jeff's smart, he'll claim here. Yes, he is. So that's a Pyre Pang and another tech up on the Relentless Advance. Wait, did he just take 3? Did he take too much damage there? Maybe he did. I don't know. Or no. Oh no, he resolved the foresight also, so I was missing that. But man, Vika had a huge turn that turn. He's now actually up by 1 health. Right? I'm doing my math right. 9 to 8. Yeah. No droids still, but Jeff does have. He has the second Everybody Profits, and he has the Relentless Advance for 4. Ooh, no, don't roll in yet. Don't roll in your Tusken camp. You don't need to do that. You want to start doing your auto damage. He needs to do 9 auto damage. He's got 7. No, don't do that. It's a waste of an action, unless you roll really good. Yeah, that's. I mean, that's a good roll. Vika does have some stuff to. He has the Atar. He has the Atar Mastery to combat it. Atar, I believe, can give shields to any character, so Kira stays alive. Oh, he gives the shields to Sun, which means that Kira is gone. Bye bye. Now he got 8 health left on Sun. He's got 7. He has enough auto damage to win here, provided over like 3 actions. Provided Vika doesn't get any shields. No shields there, but that is enough damage to get lethal. But Vika, but Jeff does have some things he can do to stop that. No force retaliation. It only triggers after the opponent moves. So trick does not trigger force retaliation. So that is 2 actions lethal for Vika. Jeff has 3 actions lethal with RA, Everybody Profits, and then activate a character. So wait, how does this work? Can't Jeff just outrace him? If he goes RA, no, he can't. He can't quite outrace him, which means he has to play. It means he has to play Trick. What's going on with him though? There we go. He plays the Trick. Shows the blaster. Now retaliation does not trigger there because Vika's the one removing the die. Yeah, it's after an opponent does it. Yep, and Trick forces the opponent to remove it. Okay. But the retaliation does get resolved. Or no, Vika has to reroll, I think. I'm pretty sure Vika has to reroll. Or I guess he doesn't know about the Everybody Profits. But if he's playing around it, which he should be. This is it's gonna be tight. It's gonna come down to a few rolls and a few actions. And here, he's re-rolling the Ataru. He really, yeah, he's relying on getting that special. And that is lethal. Over just 2 actions. And I don't think there's anything more that can be done about it. So there's 4 indirects. Or actually, it's not quite. Yeah, it's 2 actions because he goes if you resolve melee first. Or it could be. You go Valor. What's the Valor gonna be? Valor. Oh. It's tight. Vika has this one. On lock if he doesn't mess it up. Okay. He's going for the heal. And what's he gonna flip to? Flips to the 4. I think that's gonna be it. Jeff can do Everybody Profits. That's only gonna get him so far. He doesn't have any. Yeah, no. He never drew any of his droids, which meant that those self-destructs were just useless. Yeah, it just came down to that last reroll, and Vika hit. The odds were in his favor too, but that's what it came down to. All right, and a close game 1. Nope. Taken down by Vika. For those that just joining us, the Mortis Invitational. Because of the format of the tournament, these players don't necessarily have to play the same deck. They brought a list of decks, which I can show on stream now. And each player got to ban 1 character, and neither player can use decks with that character. Vika decided to ban Maul, and Jeff decided to ban Leia. So there's any number of things that we could see. We've seen some players repeat decks from game to game. Some players always change. It's it could be anything. That last game just coming down to the wire, just a few actions and a few rolls, like a lot of Afro games tend to. We'll see what happens. All right, and the players are grabbing their decks. Vika, remember, is the number 1 seed in this tournament with the highest elo in the cycle that led up to this, the 2nd highest win rate, the 4th highest number of wins. Jeff, I believe, was the 17th seed, almost taking down game 1. And Vika bringing out Buryaga Agaberry and Jeff bringing out the same thing. Hoping to get some revengeance. Buryaga Agaberry, that's not a player we've seen, and a character we've seen in competitive play really ever. He's just not there often. He's got an interesting ability. I can't wait to see what Vika does with this. See if I can actually win with Burry. This blue hero deck is gonna have some good shield generation, which hopefully will provide some resistance to the Afra indirect. But Jeff is hungry. Let's see, how's this? Is this a better camera angle? I think this is actually a better camera angle. They're saying things in chat. All right, Jeff's saying 1 minute. All right. So Vika's hand is interesting. He's got the Grow Beyond. He doesn't have any abilities for it except for that Force Sense, and he was looking at throwing that Force Sense back. Way of the Jedi is not a card I would keep turn 1. Looks like he's also running Path to Mastery, so he's going to get out that Ataru, which can allow him to play that Force Sense turn 1. Obi Saber, always a really good card. Jedi Cloak. Interesting. Looks like he's throwing back the Force Sense and keeping the Grow Beyond. Interesting. He might be waiting for Jeff to get back before finalizing the mulligan. What a good sport. It looks like Jeff might be back. All right, who else in chat? How's your day going? Oh, it looks like it's just a lot of bots. Well, that sucks. All right, well, we wait for, I think Jeff is probably playing out his droids. Hopefully he'll draw some of them this time. Last game was obviously very unfortunate. He didn't get any of them, and he had that self-destruct waiting. Had he like drawn a droid on turn 2 and gotten that self-destruct off, that would have been, he would have won that game. So just those kinds of games like last one, they come down to just a couple of things that could easily have gone different. So are they saying anything else in chat? Not sure what's going on. All right. Well, while they are resolving that, let's take a look at the bracket. This is one of the last 2 games in the winners bracket round 2. The winner gets to face Game Slayer 989. The loser, I believe, gets to face I'm not sure who that is exactly. Sorry, the thing on the bracket on my screen is smaller than it is for you guys. So the loser gets to face the winner of Nemesis and Norman. So yeah, let's have another look at these stats. While you get that set up. Vika, hailing from Canada, top ranked. He won season 43. He took a few off. He came very close to winning a couple more. Now he's back, ready to exact his will on his opponents at Mortis. Jeff did not make a top cut throughout the cycle leading up to this tournament, but he did make the December League top cut. He's been very close. I believe he got 9th place a couple times. But he's kept at it. And look where he is now. He almost took a game off the top rated player in the tournament. I think he's in a position to potentially win this one. This Buryaga deck is not a highly competitive list. See, they're still waiting. After this, at around 8 o'clock Pacific, so in about 45 minutes, we have scheduled Rando and Sevdev. I think they've agreed, at least Sevdev has, tacitly agreed to hold if this game ends up going super long. Hopefully it shouldn't. All right, just moving his mouse. If you're just joining us, the bans are Maul and Leia. Leia, I believe, is the most banned character of this tournament. People just do not like playing against Mill. Understandably. I haven't been keeping excessive records on what bans were for given games. Looks like Jeff is pulling out his droids. So I'm going to go back to main screen. Looking like he's packing the same setup. 188, 3 mouse droids, Chopper, and Ned B. He's about to start drawing. All right. Pulls an 88 in his opening hand. Any unique perspectives? That's a good card. We haven't really seen since the Cassian days. All right, so Vika, yeah, he threw back the Force Sense, so now he has Grow Beyond with no abilities. Does have this Force Mirage, interesting enough. Jeff drew into Self-Destruct for 88. It's I don't know. And it is Jeff's pick. And Jeff is taking Hangar Bay. All right. Neither player is an amazing opening hand. Neither one terrible though. So we'll see how this ends up going. I want to see Buryaga in action. Played by top player in this game. One of the lowest ranked characters consistently. Ever since he released in Redemption. Let's see. Are they... All right, and here's Itaru from Path to Mastery, and they are off. Starts with the 88. We're just gonna trigger Afra. 88 lets you play a droid from your discard pile. Or equipment, actually. None in there right now. Oh, yeah, he's got to remember to get his Afra droids into the deck. This 88 is probably just going to be self-destructed pretty quick. Alright, here's Afra coming in, giving away the hangar bay. Rolls the one shield side, the worst side on her die. So Scorpion is actually going to be able to pick up the Atara from the discard. Atara training, not the best upgrade, but it's a decent one. If you can get it for 2 damage and play the mastery, but he does not have the mastery. It looks like he's playing it onto Burry. Interesting. Here comes Pyre. So yeah, and Pyre rolls that 2. It is the 2. Pyre hitting. Vika has a pacifier to get rid of it if he wants, or just the OP Guardian. OB Saber is a really good turn 1 card for Vika because it's going to get his healing going, which is key against a burn deck like this. And the OB activation. Ooh, that is a really, really good roll. Jeff doesn't have an answer for that 2 discard. He does have an answer for the 1 melee. We'll see if Vika decides to use the 2 discard as discard or damage. As discard, there's 2 cards that you'd love to hit. I would not play this Crash Landing. I would 100% use Guardian to get rid of that Obi die, the Obi Saber die. No, don't do that. He can't pay for it. No, what are you doing? Yes, there we go. That's the right choice. You want to force him to work for that 3. He'll be using his own power action early in the game, early in the round, to reroll that 3, and he rolls into another discard. It's 3 discard. It looks tempting. Let's see. Is this unique perspectives? I believe it's online. Because they share color but not a subtype. They share a subtype but not a color. So yeah, it looks like he's going to use that self-destruct. We'll see if Vika takes the discards or waits. All right, he's waiting on that discard, and here comes Buryaga. Gets a bunch of 1s. Afra decides to take a shield. Interesting. Jeff wants to take damage so he can use this unique perspectives to its full capacity. And if I could take in a reroll on those 1s. Ooh, whiffs on the Obi. Comes back up with the special on the 2. You want to see that. Shield, meh. Ooh. And Jeff is going to play this Crash Landing. puts. Ooh, he splits it 1-1. So he doesn't give himself the ability there. Vika now has to decide if he wants to use this to discard. It's I mean, from our perspective, it's worth it. You definitely should, because you're saving 2 damage from the unique perspectives, but he might not know that. All right, and there's the greed for the indirect and ambush action. Is he gonna do it? It is a technically okay. He's not gonna do it yet. All right. Guess shield does it's 2 damage. And there we go. He's gonna use unique perspectives for full value. And now Vega has a choice of claiming or resolving that 2. He's gonna resolve the 2, which is gonna give Jeff the claim, which is gonna mean 3 extra damage. 1 now, 2 later. And Viga's just gonna Mirage to get a resource. And we're moving into round 2. That was, I mean, definitely damage-wise, that was a big round for Jeff. But board state-wise, I mean, he got 2 resources for later, but nothing big now. And he's got, in this round, he's got a Headstrong to play defense. He's got a Ned B to play offense. He's got an 88, which can pull the second 88 from discard. Or potentially the Ned B. Or potentially the 88 and then the Ned B. Oh wait, he's got to take that damage, right? He hasn't taken it yet? Yeah, because he had... This is where he was at last turn. So he's going to take that damage. Okay, there we go. So takes 1 on the shield, plays the Ataru. And he's going to give 2 shields to Bury. You don't need to play Ned B. No, don't do that yet. Alright. Whatever. I think the play should be like rolling your dice, use Ned B as a reroll, then 88 for it. Is taking charge with the battlefield here is could be big also. And he'd be able to do, because okay, so here's why that 1 resource actually matters. Because when Obi activates, Jeff is going to want a Headstrong. And if he does that, he's not going to be able to afford taking charge. He doesn't actually need Ned B out right now. He can wait a long time to get Ned B out. But the taking charge lets you get you a lot of advantage. And now you're gonna have to actually find another resource if you want to do that. When you had it all along, by going the 88 for Ned B route. I hope you guys can see like what I'm talking about, because yeah, like he could have just rolled out Pyre, still had 4 resources. You play the Headstrong there when Obi activates. Then you roll out, you play your taking charge, you get your stuff, you activate another character, then you discard the Ned B, then you play the 88, you use the 88 to play the second 88, and then use that 88 to play Ned B, which just gets you another indirect. And then, yeah, and then you, because the 88 is -1 cost. but because he decided to pay full price for the 88. And he doesn't even get anything out of having the 88 now. Or the Ned B, sorry. Yeah. It's those small little plays that decide games. After rolls out into shields. Reroll incoming. Keeping the resource on the bury. What's he got in hand? Oh, he does have some interesting stuff in hand that you might want to keep that resource for. Ooh, he's deciding though. Alright, goes for it. Ooh, 4 discard. Ooh, wow. I mean, 2 shields. That Mando is almost gone though. Let's see. Does Vika decide to resolve this 2 discard? Or at least one of them as a discard side, or does he go full melee? Right now, that Mando needs 8. He's got 7 on board. Ooh, he's just Now he's got 8 on board. But Jeff does have crash here. We're just gonna distribute that. No, don't do it. No, don't do it. No. Now his Deathwatch Mando dies unless he rolls the shield. He does roll the shield, but okay, so maybe he'll live. Man, that was big play there by with the attire special. And wow, he's just gonna let the Mando die. Rough. Does that have a resource side? It does not. Alright, here comes Pyre rolling to 1. Jeff sort of fell behind this round. Just for a couple of unforced errors, I think. So yeah, just taking a shield on Pyre. Like I said, basically just 100% be claiming here. That is a set aside ability, right? Yes, it is set aside. Let's discard it. It goes for the reroll. And rolls into an unresolvable side. Vika, just claim. Just claim. Ah. Yeah, man. Jeff, you should have claimed there. You shouldn't have gone for the reroll. It's... yeah, it's kind of painful to watch some of this. And there we go. He finds the resource too late. Yeah, you can't 88 it back. Man, this game could have looked so much different. All right, Jeff draws. He draws a lot of burn cards. A lot of burn cards, actually. Vika gets his Giant Temple guards. He has Bounce the Force, which is offline. Well, I mean, you could potentially use it for a 1-die removal, but the shield ability is offline. Is that into the Dagobah system? It is. Gift reaches when your apprentice characters. Brady's an apprentice, right? He is. Oh my god. Right, here goes Obi. Kind of whiffs. Jeff, make the smart play. Yep, he's gonna play that extermination order. He's gonna get himself 3 indirect. Yeah, there's the Obi power action. That's a decent roll. Jeff's gonna get the taken charge. All right. There we go. So that's an indirect from Pyre. Plus a tech up. Plus a reroll. Plus he gets control of the battlefield, which is going to give him another indirect. Rerolls the focus into a resource. Oh, wait. Jeff has ambush. Did he just pass the ambush action? Yep, there's that heal from the Obi. Here's the Afra. Comes in with the 1 ranged, and it looks like he's not going to give up the battlefield yet. Maybe he'll give it up on Pyre. Yeah, he does. Test another indirect. Pyre rolls. Is that the 2? It is the 2. Bam. Here's the bird with the 4 cents. 4 cents hits the money. 2 dice hit damage. There's, just resolving 2. God, that's everybody profits in the tank also. Jeff really come back this round. We'll see how far Vika can go though. Vika probably gonna get this temple guard down. Wow. Oh my god. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. That is a dead pyre. He does have to take the resources first, though. Or if Jeff plays Everybody Profits, that gets in there also. Wow. All right, he's gonna play that Everybody Profits. 3 indirect. Empire. is gonna bite the dust. Probably. Oh, ooh, Vika takes money here. He's going to. Alright, so now Jeff has a chance to claim and get one last indirect out of Pyre. And is he gonna do it? Not yet, at least. Here comes guards. I totally would just claim. Just do it. Come on. Claim, Jeff. Like, what else does he have? I don't know what he's waiting for. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's 11 damage. That's lethal on Pyre. I have no idea what's going on here. What is Vika? Oh my, like, okay. I actually am not sure what these players are playing for right now. I guess Vika's trying to get specials on the Atars, but they just keep coming at melee. I have no idea at all why Jeff is passing. Maybe he's bluffing something. But now now Pyre's no longer within range of dying. So, all right, now he finally claims. Okay, he has an indirect and a tick up. So, okay, if Vika gets one more reroll, see if he gets any specials. He gets one special. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, or it's gonna be 3. Or let's see, yeah. So I think one of these characters is dying here. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, either character. And he's gonna go in with 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 and 6, 15 health. The dead Pyre. Afra's staying alive. Afra's got some tricks that she can do though. Alright, so battlefield goes up to 6. He's gotta take that 1 damage, yep. So Jeff has to find 15 this turn. In terms of auto damage, he has 6 from the Relentless Advance. Potentially, or no, discard that 88. Discard it. No, why do you keep it? I don't know. Okay, oof. No auto damage that he drew. So he's got 1 auto damage from the battlefield, 6 from the plot, 3 from the 88s. So that's not quite enough to win this turn. I think Vika's going to take it down. I think he's going to take it down. Gives with battlefield, and that's going to be another indirect. After it rolls the money. Vika has the second Temple Guard in hand. Maybe just going to overwrite 4 cents, just not have to worry about that die. Yeah, and this is just it's basically going to be a race to see like if Vika can win this turn, because if we go into another round, then Jeff has a chance. Ooh, all right, going for the riot shield. He's gonna be able to recur that also. With 88, Luke's teaching comes down, which has shield sides, which is gonna protect Vika. Um. All right, here comes the Bury. He finds a 3 in the special. That's some big damage. He's just taking as much shields as he can get. Doesn't want to lose this game to anything dumb that he doesn't see coming. Playing it safe, and it's gonna reward him. He's gonna get there this turn almost certainly. There's 3. There's the 88. Who's gonna be smart and grab the other 88? I don't think he is. He has an 88 in there from like turn 1. He's not. He's just gonna grab the regular old riot shield. There's 3 damage. There's another 88, which is gonna be 1 indirect. And here comes Opie. Oh, maybe not yet. Plays the Jedi Cloak. Well, just going to be doing a ton right now. Oh, there we go. Okay, he's going to 88 recur the riot shield again. Vika's got to fight through 12 here, which should be easy enough. He's got guards coming in. It's just a matter if he can get all of his dice onto the right sides, which it's Vika, so not going to be too much of a challenge, I don't think. Interesting, keeping the 2 shields. Reroll the discard. Alright. So he's got 8, 9, 10, 11, plus a focus. I think that's game in hand. An extend palm. Good roll. So Vega said good roll, ha, and then Jeff said the 4 in the night. I think that's just his way of Scooping. Is that reroll? And that is going to be enough once he resolves that focus. He's one short right now. There's nothing Jeff can do. And that is, they officially gave each other the GGs in chat. Vika. Taking it down 2-0. Close first game. Not as close of a second game. I guess it was a tough matchup in the blue. So many shields. Yep. So after this, we're gonna have Random Ando against Stevdav. All right. Rando just got his ban in. What? Why isn't the thing working? There we go. All right. Okay. All right. I'm gonna just exit this room. I'm gonna get set up for the next game. Stevdav versus Random Ando. And minimize this. View my desktop. 1 second. Okay. You know what? I think I'm just going to end stream here, and then I'm going to go live in a few once our next game is ready. Thank you all for tuning in. Be back in like 5 minutes.